Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Happy to have you here. So today I wanted to put a message out. I was feeling guided to do that, along with my walk with my dog, Karma. That's crazy karma that you'll see throughout this video this morning. So I had this, I guess, somewhat of a vision or just a knowing. I'm clairsentient, and I thought that it was time for me to use my voice and kind of get my messages out there that I've been channeling for probably years now. I channel on my own. So anyway, so this morning I was journaling, and after I journal, I do like a collective reading. Usually I just get like words, feelings, and I just kind of jot them down. And today I have my journal with me. And what I saw today was really interesting. I don't want to say I'm not a Disney fan, but I don't watch a lot of Disney shows, things like that, or Disney movies. But The Lion King came through, interesting enough. And it was the scene where I saw oh, that is so interesting. Sorry, pause real quick. I was trying to get music to play in the background, some Hertz frequencies, because I really love that and it makes me feel good. Anyway, it wasn't working, and I thought, okay, like, whatever, it's not working, like, I'm just gonna do the recording, it's fine. And it just started playing right now. So I don't know if that is symbolic of you keep trying to do something and it's like you can't do it, and that is kind of the message you'll hear in a second. So maybe that is symbolic of something for you. Trying to get something to start, it won't work, but it started. So that's a good sign. So anyway, back to Lion King. So the vision I had was, first I was in a cave and I saw a reflective pond of water, or like a pool of water. And it was dark, but there was light shining through cracks in the surface of the cave. And then I remembered, oh my God, that's like the scene when Simba looks at his reflection and it's Mufasa. But before I realized that, it's like as if you need to dip your toes in the water. Something magical was happening. I was feeling like inspired, but not all at once, slowly taking your time, kind of feeling it out. Just not a paced energy, very slow. And this could have a layered meaning. So what's behind that scene is identity and legacy for Simba, like with his father passing, self-realization, and also a spiritual connection. So I think someone, like a spirit guide, was coming through for someone that you might love dearly, who might have passed recently. And this is confirmation that they're guiding you along the path and you carry their legacy with them, and to be proud of this. You might be, grieving and feeling like at a loss, but this person wants you to know, whoever it is, that he or she lives in you. He or she lives in you. And that is what Rafiki said to Simba. So maybe that's something to sit with if you are grieving the loss of someone. Maybe it could be a loss, an ambiguous loss. I think that's what it's called, where you don't actually lose the person, like in life, in the 3D, but you lose them in the 3D, right? And then the other aspect of this is self-realization. So what came up for me, I was thinking, are you guys running from something that's meant for you to claim, right? So again, my feeling was this very like mystical, magical feeling. And when I saw the pool of water, so maybe something to do with water. I also felt afraid to look at my reflection in the pool. So this could be fear for some people. For whoever it is that's listening, fear to look at yourself, to look at your past maybe, or loved ones. It could be like ancestral. And for Simba, it was for him to be king. right? So he was afraid to be king. But what is it for you? Maybe it's also kings and queens on this channel. I don't know. So this reflection scene marks a turning point for him, to accept who he is and what he must do. And that is being courageous, leaning into what is meant for you. That's exactly it. Leaning into what is meant for you. And I tell my clients this all the time. What you're most afraid of is probably the one thing your soul needs you to do. Right? So what you're most afraid of is probably the one thing that you need to do. So think of that. Think about that. So again, there's probably some ancestral healing elements going on, I'm feeling. If you haven't done any work on that, I definitely consider it. Looking into how do I heal? How do I connect with my ancestors? What's your lineage? There's a lot of lineages out there. But overall, I'm feeling this kind of rippled, like this transition from rippled waters to still waters, right? So that self-doubt and confusion and like not really sure where to head to this clear self-awareness. And with that leads you to inner acceptance. So tapping into your inner wisdom and just that knowing, because we all know, right? We know what's meant for us, we know what's not, but what happens is we disconnect. We start to, look at the external and we don't sit with ourselves. And I said that a few times already. So maybe that's something, maybe meditating. Meditating doesn't have to be that traditional sit and close your eyes, stare at a wall. Like meditating can be anything. Like, for example, like this video right now of me and Karma walking. Walking is very meditative for me. So it doesn't have to be that traditional thing that people say, oh, sit and meditate. Not everybody is like that. So that's okay. So, as Mufasa tells Simba at the end, remember who you are. Remember who you are. You know who you are, but we get lost along the way. We get lost in other people's problems, real world issues. All of these things are important, yes, but how have you tapped into your source lately? And if you haven't, think about in the past, what has allowed you to do that? And especially looking back to your childhood, looking at things that you loved, you enjoyed, that got you in the flow of things. That can be very eye-opening for people. Okay, so I'm feeling pulled to pull an Earth Warrior Oracle card. So this is by Alana Fairchild. I love her oracle or her decks. So I'm going to pull one of those right now and see if Spirit can give me some sort of confirmation. Spirit guides. Oh, wow. Okay. This already, I'm like, okay, here we go. Padma Sundari. So what it says underneath, it's number 17. Out of the darkness, the light is born. Okay, and what I'm seeing too, which is on the card, is she's holding 2 pink lotus flowers and her third eye is activated. And she has a huge heart on her chest. It's just indicative of that, like, where, lotuses grow in the mud, right? So she's tapping into that, like who she is and coming out of this darkness. So let's read what it says. The light is powerful enough to survive exposure to the darker side of humanity and remain pure, empowered, and effective. Trust in your spiritual purpose as a light in this world. Trust particularly in your ability to bring purity, order, grace, and light to disorder, chaos, and destruction. The divine is ever by your side and ever within your heart, assisting you with his higher purpose in all ways. Okay, so let's look at Spiritual guidance. So the Divine Mother in the form of Padma Sundari is the bright face of the feminine. She is Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, beauty, love, and spiritual enlightenment. Padma Sundari is the lotus of divine love, the arising of abundance and enlightenment, especially out of difficult, muddy beginnings. An ancient symbol for spiritual enlightenment, the lotus rests pure upon the muddy waters from which it has grown. Lakshmi's divine lotus flowers reminds us that the spiritual light needs material form through which it can manifest itself in the world, as if it were divine electricity needing the lamp of the soul through which to give the gift of illumination. Oh my gosh, this is on point. So without the lamp, the electricity cannot manifest its power. And without electricity, the lamp cannot fulfill its purpose. When the Oracle of Padma Sundari appears, her message is that you are able to do a lot of good in this world. You hear that? She will assist you with your purpose so that you succeed, but you must take action and trust that sometimes it is through challenges that we become most ready to receive grace. Although, allow the light of spirit into your soul so you can never again feel that you are doing anything on your own. Oh my gosh. So that to me is like the spirit guides are guiding you, right? And then here it says, remind yourself that you have a divine sponsor, guide, coach, partner, and friend with you always. Okay, that's what I just said. That friend has unlimited resources and the most potent will of all. Notice how your confidence to take action increases when you build that belief system within you. How much more secure, courageous, and willing you become. Just like that was, I think I had said that, or at least wrote this down, like to be courageous, right? Like follow the light. Those cracks coming in through the cave that I saw, maybe that's like you're trying to break through so that you can then like become this light. Part of the path requires that you walk your walk and live in a way that shows optimism and practicality. And when something's not working, we don't need to hide from it in shame. We face it. We face it, right? And that was what I said, like that fear that you're having. Look it straight in the eye and say, like, I got this. Like, I'm not afraid of you. Actually, like, I can do this. Like, you are capable. You are enough. You are strength. You are power. You are so many things. You are unconditional love. Wow. So, out of the darkness, the light is born. Thank you so much for being here with me today, for channeling with me, for walking with me in karma. More messages to come. I'm really happy to be here. I wish you all love and light with Zen, Lena.